Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be talking about some secret styling hacks. We did a couple before, so definitely check out that one. But today, a lot of the ones that we're talking about are including tops, shirts, things like that. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it. So the very first one is styling tops underneath dresses or rompers. So I'll have examples on the screen. It's just a little bit of, just adds a little bit of pizzazz. And I feel like layering, I guess, like in the styling or fashion community, layering is definitely a very popular thing. And this can be long sleeve, short sleeve. I have a bunch of different examples of how I've styled tops underneath different dresses and rompers. So yeah, I definitely suggest that you check this out if you have some, or you just want to add a little bit of interest to your look, and you like have a dress that you really like, or even if it's just like spring, like early spring when it's still chilly, or like early fall, for example, when it's getting chilly and you want to wear like your favorite dress. Try wearing like a long sleeve shirt underneath, or your favorite romper, whatever. I wore a romper to Oktoberfest last year. It might have been year before that. But it was a little bit chilly, so I wore a long sleeve shirt underneath that. I went to a fashion show in, I believe it was like March ish, and it was pretty chilly. Still, like, it wasn't like cold, but it was like, a little breezy. And I wore a shirt, a long sleeve shirt under that dress. So those are just some examples of how you can use that styling tool to help you transition into different seasons, and also just to add a little pizzazz to your look. So in talking about wearing tops underneath dresses and rompers, I would also, this is like a bonus tip, wearing specifically like bows, or like pussy bow tops underneath dresses and rompers. So like that example that I showed you with the fashion show that I went to, that was a perfect example where, it just adds a little bit of extra va-va-voom to the look. Biggest or extra tip is to wear it backwards. So I have an example of a photo shoot that Cameron and I did together. Me and my boyfriend Cameron did a photo shoot for New Year's Eve. It was supposed to be our Christmas shoot, but we released it on New Year's Day, and I wore this top that had, a little bow, little pussy bow on the back instead of in the front, because when I wore it in the front, like I had this vision to do, like, because I wanted to be long sleeve dress. It was a not as cold winter, I feel like, that year, which is why I don't have on tights. But yeah, so I decided when I tried it on, like, it looked a little bit too gaudy, or like too much going on in the front. And so I turned it backward just to be like, I wonder what this would look like. And it looked really cool as well backward, or it looked a lot better backwards. So definitely just experiment and try different things. But yeah, wearing shirts underneath dresses and rompers, but specifically with the little pussy bow tops, those I think are perfect for layering underneath, and also wearing them backwards, so you have like a little cute bow at the back of your dress or romper, whatever it is that you're wearing. It's really cute, and I definitely suggest that you try it. Okay, so next tip, on top of, or hack, on top of the backwards trend, doing just shirts or sweaters backwards. So I've shown in the last hacks, I showed you how we did like kind of cropped ish vibe, which you can see that in that video more like detailed or whatever. But I also like to wear sweaters backwards sometimes. Like, for example, I have this sweater that, like, it's supposed to crisscross in the front, but sometimes I just like to have the crisscross in the back, so I flip it. Same thing with like this green sweater. I wore it backwards one time because the v-neck wasn't working with the fit, which I think this is the example I showed in the other video, but I'll have it again on the screen showing you how I wore it. And I just flipped it backwards because the v-neck, since the dress, I was wearing a dress underneath, it just looked better if I flipped it around. So that's a good example. But yeah, I think I mainly do this with sweaters, but I feel like you could do this with certain tops as well. Like, if it just, maybe you want like a higher neck vibe in the front, and like maybe you want all the cutesy stuff in the back. Like, I've seen tops like maybe that just pin like in the middle only, and like maybe you don't want to show that much cleavage, so you turn it around and you have that little cutesy part and you have your bag out. You know, it just kind of depends on your vibe and like what your style preferences are. But yeah, definitely just play with the things in your closet, for sure. But I think wearing a top backwards or a sweater backwards is a really cool styling hack. Okay, so here's another one that I'm gonna give you. It's not tried and tested as much as the other ones. Like the other ones, I do that all the time. This one I've done once or twice. I should have some examples on the screen, or at least one example, because there's only one coming to mind right now, but I'm gonna look through to see if I have any more to show you. But wearing tops as a skirt. So hear me out. There are like different ways that you can kind of finesse, and like I think even in this video I may have just did it like kind of janky because I was like, oh, I'm not going anywhere, I don't have to do it like perfect. But obviously if you're going out, you don't want anything showing. But wearing like a top as a skirt, you're gonna need like safety pins and things like that to kind of make it work, unless you have like a top that's like a tube top or something, you're wearing that as a skirt. I mean, that would be like easy, you just pull it down over your waist area, as long as you don't like stretching, like if it's not too tight to where like it's like, you know, like would hold that stretch, if that makes sense. I don't know if that making sense, but like you don't want to stretch it out basically. But what I would do is basically just take the neck of the shirt and like push it down to like your waist area, and then, you know, tuck the sleeves in and then fold it like under one more time. I would show you, but I don't want to like show my body. I'm trying to think. I'm like, there's probably a way that I could show you without like, but you guys get, I think you get the point. Like, and I haven't, like I said, I've only done this once or maybe twice, so I need to try it out a couple more times. But I still wanted to tell you because like maybe you could try it out and you'd be like, oh yeah, that's really easy, even though like I haven't perfected it yet. But I do feel like it's a really cool thing, especially you have like a top that you really like the design of, and you're like, oh, this would be a really cute skirt with like maybe a plain top or something like that. So yeah, something to experiment with. And in the future, if I try it out some more, I'll definitely update you guys on how I did it. So my very last one is not necessarily, well, not at all, a top related styling hack, but is one honorable mention that I wanted to add in here that I feel like is something that I mean I just randomly did one day, is putting necklaces on my bags. And so I will have pictures on the screen, but I also have a couple to show you that I've just kind of left like this permanently. So I may have shown you this before, but this is my bag and I have my little necklace on here. You can see that it looks almost like it's supposed to be like part of the bag. It just has, if you look, it has two little lobster claws on here and here. And this necklace already had these two lobster claws, which is actually super convenient, like having that type of closure. Because if it was like a regular necklace with, well, I'll show you, like the regular necklaces, you're not able to do this, but since this had this, I was able to loop it through this little opening, if you can see, on my bag. And so yeah, it looks like this with the necklace, but when I take it off, you can see this is what it looks like by itself. And I feel like it's just like so much more plain and basic without it. Or I can show you from this side. It just looks so much more, you know, I mean, it's still cute and, you know, summery, earthy vibes, but like this is just so much cuter. So yeah, that's one example. And then I have this one that I did the I did on the side, so just like a little decoration. And so I did this one obviously. So this is the little lobster claw. It's just a regular regular like necklace closing, but you can see that like I did on the side. So like when you hold it, you can hold it so that, you know, this is forward so that you can see it if you want. Or I mean, if you want it in the back, like when you're walking away, they see like the, you know, the jewelry in the back. It's however you want to do it. But like I was saying, this one doesn't have the same situation as the other one, so I'm not able to wear it that way. But yeah, I like it a lot, and I wish I could do it like this. But I've tried to like put it through here, and it kind of makes it hard for you to open and close the back. Like even Like if you look here, hold on, let me show you. Since it's right here, you can see it's like going across the bag. So it makes it like kind of like, you know, it's not that annoying, but it is kind of like in the way a little bit. So I don't know. It's just up to you because you could do it through here, but it's just gonna look like you put a necklace on a bag more. Because I'll just show you. Hold on. Let me show you how it would look if you did it across. So this is how it looks like. It looks cute in the middle, but like you can see, you can like very obviously see the like, you know, like the little decoration or like the, I mean, it is, I will say it's not like in the way of the bag opening and closing, but you can see the like closure of the necklace right here, and I feel like it's a lot more obvious. So I don't know, it's just kind of depends on your preference, I guess, but you could do it this way if you want to, but I just think it looks cool like on the edge like that. I wore this one bag as well. I recently wore it. This is my first time wearing this bag, actually. I styled it for a shoot, but I also, I might have shown pictures of the shoot a second ago, just showing the tops under the dresses. But yeah, I had this, I bought this for the shoot, and I just had it ever since. I was gonna list it on my Depop or like sell it at a market, but I was like, let me just try to wear it at least once and just see how I feel about it. And I added this little necklace on it when I wore it. I'll show examples. This one isn't as, I feel like this one looks a little bit more like it's not supposed to be on here than the other two. But you know, whatever. It's just kind of like thrifty styling vibes. But yeah, I'll have examples of the screen on how I wore it. But I love doing that, and I wish I could find more necklaces that have like two lobster claws, because then it would be easier to like put it across like that, like a little bead hanging off the necklace. But even if you have like the skills to like use little pliers and things and like take the original like claps off and put your own on, that would be perfect as well. Because I mean, I've never done that before, but like I feel like that would be a great remedy for the situation. So thank you guys for watching this video. I hope that these hacks were helpful, or if you guys have any more hacks, definitely leave those in the comments below and share them with the rest of us. But let me know which hack was your favorite in the comment section below, or which one that maybe you've never heard of or you never thought of trying for yourself. Maybe you've seen other people and weren't like, didn't really know about the execution of it, and maybe you're gonna try it after this video. Definitely let me know. I would love it if you guys would subscribe and become a part of our fashion family here. I obviously talk about fashion on this channel, and I also vlog as well, so definitely join our little family over here and like this video if you enjoy this type of content, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye guys.